What you are looking at right now is the strongest crawler crane in the world without equal. This machine can lift the equivalent of 3,000 cars in one go, carrying them to dizzying heights over factories and even across tall buildings. Yet, despite its size and capacity, the Liebherr LR 13,000 is surprisingly maneuverable for its class, navigating tight spaces and challenging terrains. This feat of engineering goes beyond simple construction. It is a symphony of high-tech, hydraulics, and steel, showcasing the German pursuit of perfection, and in today's video, we are going to explore the groundbreaking design that goes into making this crawler crane so powerful. From small 35-ton cranes to massive 3,000-ton beasts, German manufacturing company Liebherr isn't only one of the largest construction equipment manufacturers in the world. They have spent the last 75 years continuously inventing and developing a line of sophisticated cranes, making them the global market leader in the mobile and crawler crane sector. Originally, Liebherr only designed its crawler cranes specifically for building nuclear power plants, but as global demand for power and precision grew, it quickly modified its technology to handle most heavy-duty industrial projects, where stability and lifting capacity are crucial. Think skyscrapers, bridges, deep foundations, wind farms, nuclear power plant construction, and more. With a team of over 3,500 employees manning its Ehenen factory in Germany, the family-owned company manufactures about 4 to 6 mobile or crawler cranes a day from the single factory that are continuously shipped out to meet global growing demand. And standing at the top of the mountain is the king of the crawler cranes in the Liebherr 13,000. The largest crawler crane in the world with a maximum load capacity of 3,000 tons. Now, to put this in perspective, that's the same as lifting 15 blue whales at once. There are only 6 of the Liebherr 13,000 operational around the world, and that's because making this machine is a true test of patience and showcases the engineer's mastery of their craft. Building massive equipment with extremely large dimensions that is relatively high is quite easy. But to build the LR 13,000, engineers have to work in such a manner that only individual parts, not weighing more than 70 tons, are formed with a width of no more than 4 meters. Being this precise may seem a bit excessive, but this is where the engineering of Liebherr shines. The delicate construction of each element that goes into the Liebherr 13,000 makes it possible for the crawler crane to easily be disassembled into smaller components, transported, and later put together relatively quickly once it arrives on site. Even the ballast, those heavy weights that keep it stable, is made of concrete slabs that fit into standard 20-foot shipping containers. This means you can ship it using regular trucks and containers, which slashes transport costs compared to other mega cranes that need special arrangements. For example, back in 2012, shipping an LR 13,000 to the US reportedly cost around 1 million euros. Now, that's a big number, sure, but for a crane this size, it's actually kind of a bargain. The high price reflects its massive scale, but the modular design keeps transport costs from spiraling out of control. To put the Liebherr 13,000 together is simple, as the Liebherr self-assembly system reduces loading and assembly work to a minimum. To put together this crawler crane, another large crane is needed to make the individual pieces easy to move. First, the basic machine is unloaded using hydraulic jacks. Think of them as giant car jacks. Then, depending on the machine setup, the exhaust pipe is mounted. When putting together the rest of the crane, operators have to follow the detailed load chart provided. This helps to determine the crane's safe working load at various configurations and prevent any potential accidents. The boom, which is the long arm of the crane, comes in pieces that stack together like giant Lego bricks. The boom sections are secured in place using double tapered pins that are delivered with the machine. When mounting the counterweights on the machine, they are lifted in a horizontal position and are also secured in place with pins. Once it is assembled and ready to go, it stands as the largest crawler crane ever constructed. When fully extended, it goes up to 246 feet, making it taller than a 20-story building. The crane has a maximum boom length of about 394 feet or 120 meters, and a 126-meter luffing jib a feature that allows the crane to change its working radius and become more versatile in tight or congested areas. And did you know that manufacturing the Liebherr 13,000 is the first time the company has ever used 2 engines in a single crawler crane? The 2 Liebherr 8-cylinder turbocharged diesel engines are of course made in-house, and together they deliver up to 1,000 horsepower, allowing the crawler crane to operate smoothly even when working at maximum capacity. These 2 diesel engines also drive 2 gear transfer pumps independently, to which all pumps are fitted. This means that if one unit fails, you can still operate the crane at half the speed. But it's also not just about brute strength. The LR 13,000 has some clever engineering tricks up its sleeve. One standout feature is the practical derrick ballast systems designed in-house for the crane. This makes it more flexible and quicker to set up. This state-of-the-art counterweight system is also necessary for minimizing the risk of accidents on site, as it provides exceptional balance and support during lifting operations. Plus, it can boost its lifting power with the power boom, a special attachment that's like giving the crane an extra shot of strength for the toughest jobs. It's a combination of raw power and smart design that makes the LR 13,000 the king of crawler cranes. All of the functions of the crawler crane can be controlled from its operating cabin. The cabin is conveniently located at the top of the crane's main boom, specifically on the left-hand side of the crane when viewed from the front. Because of how important the operator's job is, the location of the cabin ensures that whoever is in there enjoys a panoramic view of the work area and can see the load being lifted. Any operator chosen to control the LR 13,000 needs to be someone that has a bit of experience operating other Liebherr crawler cranes or similar heavy-duty cranes, because there are a lot of technical details involved, and you need to know how to lift heavy loads and maneuver the crane with extreme control and accuracy. If you don't consider factors like the boom length and wind speed when controlling the crane, there is already an accident waiting to happen, especially if there is other equipment nearby or you are working in a challenging environment. So most companies using the LR 13,000 only task their most experienced operator with the job of controlling the machine. And under the control of an experienced operator is when the true power of the machine can be felt. From power plants to offshore rigs, the LR 13,000 is proven to always outperform any other crawler crane in its class. And with only a handful of them in operation globally, only a select few will ever get to see this machine work up close. Yet, it is impressive to know that a machine like this is out there, because it is a reminder of what humans can build when we dream big. Have you ever seen a crawler crane this big work up close before? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more videos.